All right, let's dive in. Today, we are tackling a huge, and I mean huge, question. How is AI completely rewriting the rules for your first job right out of college? And look, this isn't some far-off, futuristic thing. It is happening right now. We are living through a great recalibration, and the old career playbook, you can pretty much throw it out the window.
So let's just start with a really direct question, shall we? Is that entry-level job you've been aiming for, studying for, is it already obsolete? I know that's a provocative thing to ask, but a ton of evidence is piling up that says for a lot of traditional roles, the answer is, well, yeah. The ground is shifting under our feet way faster than anyone thought possible. And here's the number that really shows you why this matters so much. 56%. Get this. According to PwC's latest AI jobs barometer, that is the wage premium, the extra salary that workers with proven AI skills are getting right now. We're not talking about a small raise here. This is a massive economic shift that's creating two totally different tracks in the job market. Which brings us to our first big idea, what we're calling the entry-level bridge crisis. You know, for decades, the path was clear, right? You get your education, you get a simple, kind of repetitive first job, and that's how you learn the ropes. That was the bridge to your career. Well, that bridge is collapsing. So what's the core of the problem? It's this idea of demonetization. Think about it like this. Jobs like being a junior analyst or a basic support rep, they were basically paid apprenticeships. You did the grunt work, the data entry, the simple reports, and in return, you got experience. But now, generative AI can do all that foundational work for pennies on the dollar, which completely removes the economic reason for those training roles to even exist.
Okay, so what's really driving this collapse? It is not as simple as AI is taking our jobs. No, it's way more nuanced than that. To really get it, we have to look at the brand new rules of work that are emerging from all this chaos.
And here is the single most important mechanism you need to understand. A job isn't one big solid thing. It's really just a bundle of different tasks, right? Well, AI is incredibly good at automating specific tasks inside that bundle. So it doesn't just kill the whole job. Instead, it unbundles it. It pulls it apart, forcing us to rebundle the leftover human-centric tasks into something totally new and hopefully more valuable.
This comparison right here makes that shift crystal clear. The old model, the traditional one, it was all about execution. How many support tickets could you close? How many lines of boring code could you write? It was about volume. But now, in the new AI-augmented model, what's valued is orchestration. Your worth isn't about how much stuff you can churn out, it's about the quality of your decisions and your ability to use AI to make these huge non-linear leaps in what you can accomplish.
And all of this is giving rise to what people are calling new-collar roles. You see, employers are starting to care less about the diploma on your wall and way more about specific, verifiable skills. Can you actually manage a complex digital workflow? Can you prove it? This is amazing because it's opening up these incredible new paths for people to land high-paying jobs even without that traditional four-year degree.
Okay, so that's the problem space. It's a little scary, I get it. But now let's pivot to the solution. Where are the actual jobs? What do these resilient, future-proof roles actually look like? Well, they tend to fall into a few key categories.
First up, let's talk about the new builders. For the longest time, you pretty much needed a computer science degree to create software. That era is over. With the explosion of low-code and no-code platforms, pretty much anyone who understands a business problem can now build the tools to solve and automate it.
And inside this builder category, we're seeing three main roles pop up. You have the citizen developer, who's basically translating business needs into working apps. Then there's the AI operations assistant, I love this one, who is essentially the human supervisor for a team of software robots. And finally, the AI systems engineer, which is kind of the next evolution of the prompt engineer, someone who designs and connects these complex AI workflows. The second big category is the trainers. This is this massive, kind of invisible economy of people who are constantly teaching, fine-tuning, and correcting AI models. And it's moving way beyond just simple data labeling. We're talking about highly specialized, expert-level work. And what's so fascinating here is that your specific domain expertise, your major, your passion, is now your golden ticket. A law grad can get paid really well to check AI-generated legal briefs. A chemist can make $100 an hour correcting an AI's analysis of a molecule. This whole process is called reinforcement learning with human feedback, or RLHF, and it's creating this entirely new class of high-paying AI tutor jobs for subject matter experts.
Okay, next up are the roles that double down on what makes us uniquely human, right? Things like empathy, strategic thinking, and ethical judgment. These are the connectors, who manage client relationships, and the guardians, who make sure this powerful technology is actually used responsibly.
Let's just take sales, for example. The old model of making 100 cold calls a day, it's dead, and AI can send 1 million spam emails in a minute. The new role is something called signal-based sales. The AI does the grunt work of finding the warmest leads, and the human's job is to craft a deeply personal, thoughtful message that a machine could never, ever write. It's a total flip from quantity to quality. Now, this whole recalibration isn't just about job titles. It's also about geography. A huge wage split is happening in global talent hubs like India. On one hand, traditional IT service jobs are facing massive pressure from automation. But on the other, these global capability centers, we're talking about the in-house tech hubs for giants like JP Morgan and Walmart, they are booming, and they are paying entry-level engineers a 250% premium to work on core, innovative products, not just maintenance.
So, the big question, how do you actually land one of these jobs? Your resume, which, by the way, an AI can write in 10 seconds, is just not going to cut it anymore. The new currency in the job market is proof of work. You have to show, not just tell. You have to demonstrate your skills through a portfolio of actual projects.
And the best part is, you don't need to be some coding wizard to do this. Seriously, build a chatbot using no-code tools. That shows you understand AI architecture. Use a custom GPT to analyze a dataset and spit out a report. That proves you can orchestrate AI to get business insights. These projects, this is your proof that you get it. And you can add some serious firepower to that portfolio with high-value, vendor-specific certifications. Now, I'm not talking about some generic AI 101 course. I'm talking about practical credentials from Microsoft, from Google, from industry groups that hiring managers actually recognize and look for. So finally, let's just zoom out for a second. Where is all of this headed by, say, 2030? Well, we're entering what experts like Reid Hoffman are starting to call the super agent era.
And what is a super agent? It means the entry-level worker of the very near future is going to be a manager, not a manager of people, but a manager of a team of specialized AI agents. Your value won't be in your ability to write an email. It'll be in your ability to prompt an AI to draft it, have another AI review its tone, and then dispatch it perfectly. You will become an orchestrator of intelligence.
And that really leaves us with the final bottom line question. The lines are being drawn as we speak. The choice isn't about whether you'll use AI or not. That ship has sailed. The real choice is this. Will you learn to manage and orchestrate these incredibly powerful tools? Or will you find yourself trying to compete with them on tasks they can do for basically free? The Great Recalibration is here. The time to start building is now.